Have you ever gazed up at the night sky and wondered what incredible mind-bending secrets lie hidden among the stars? What if I told you that our eyes in the sky, powerful space telescopes like Hubble and the James Webb, have unveiled some truly bizarre and frankly downright strange discoveries that challenge everything we thought we knew about the cosmos? We aren't just talking about pretty pictures, we're talking about celestial phenomena that defy the laws of physics as we understood them. From cosmic pearls to galactic zombies and impossible early galaxies, we're about to dive into the top 10 strange discoveries found by space telescopes. Get ready, because space just got a whole lot weirder. Our first stop on this journey into the strange takes us to a galaxy that looks like it swam straight out of the deepest ocean. Imagine a galaxy not with neat spiral arms, but with long, wispy tendrils stretching out for hundreds of thousands of light years. That's what the James Webb Telescope observed with the Jellyfish galaxy, formerly known as JWSTs. These tentacles are actually streams of gas and newly forming stars being ripped away from the galaxy as it plows through hot gas in a massive galaxy cluster. This process, called ram pressure stripping, acts like a cosmic wind, blowing the lifeblood of the galaxy out into the void. What makes JWST so strange is that star formation is actually happening inside these trailing tentacles, far away from the galactic center. It's as if the galaxy is shedding its skin and leaving a trail of stellar breadcrumbs behind it, creating a ghost-like silhouette that haunts the intergalactic medium. This discovery helps astronomers understand how galaxies run out of gas and eventually stop producing stars altogether. Picture this, a planet the size of Jupiter, drifting alone in the vast, freezing emptiness of space, unbound by the gravity of any star. No sunrise, no sunset, just eternal night. This sounds like a sci-fi horror premise, but the Hubble Space Telescope and other instruments have confirmed that these rogue planets are everywhere. These aren't failed stars, they are fully formed planetary mass objects that were likely born in solar systems just like ours, only to be violently kicked out. During the chaotic early years of a solar system, gravitational tug-of-wars between giant planets can act like a slingshot, flinging smaller worlds into the dark. These orphans wander the Milky Way in total isolation, and scientists now believe that there may be more rogue planets in our galaxy than there are stars. Imagine billions of dark, frozen worlds zooming through the void at thousands of miles per hour, invisible to the naked eye but caught by the infrared sensors of our most powerful telescopes. It's a lonely, chilling thought that the space between the stars is far more crowded than we ever imagined. Sometimes what looks like a void in space is actually a gateway to a nursery. The Hubble Space Telescope gave us an incredible view of what scientists call the Cosmic Keyhole Nebula, officially a part of NGC 1999. Unlike most nebulae that glow with gas, this one features a distinct T-shaped black patch that looks like a literal hole ripped into the fabric of space. For years, astronomers thought that this dark patch was a Bok globule, a dense cloud of gas and dust blocking the light. However, when infrared telescopes look closer, they discovered it really is an empty void. Something has cleared out a massive keyhole in the middle of this nebula. It's believed that the energetic jets from young stars nearby acted like a cosmic leaf blower, carving out this empty cavern. This discovery was a shock because it flipped the script on what we thought we were seeing. Instead of a wall of dust, we were looking into a hollowed out room in the middle of a star-forming factory. We've all heard of dark matter, the invisible stuff that makes up most of the universe, but did you know it actually has a shape? The Hubble Space Telescope, using a technique called gravitational lensing, helped map out massive invisible filaments that act as the universe's scaffolding. Think of the universe as a giant spider web. The galaxies we see, like our Milky Way, are just the little dewdrops sitting on the strands. The strands themselves are made of dark matter, and they are what keep the universe from flying apart. By observing how the gravity of these invisible filaments bends the light from distant stars, Hubble was able to see the unseeable. These filaments are hundreds of millions of light years long, stretching across the abyss to connect galaxy clusters like cosmic highways. Without this strange invisible skeleton, galaxies would just be drifting aimlessly rather than clustering into the organized structures that we see today. Who says the universe doesn't have a sense of humor? Deep in the constellation of Leo, the Hubble Space Telescope found a giant glowing smiley face beaming back at us from across the cosmos. This isn't an alien megastructure or a celestial emoji, it's a mind-bending physics trick known as strong gravitational lensing. The two eyes of the face are actually two very bright galaxies, while the smile and the circular face are distorted arcs of light from a galaxy much further away. The gravity of the foreground galaxies is so intense that it acts like a giant magnifying glass, warping the light from the background galaxy into these curved shapes. This isn't just a fun photo op though. These Einstein rings allow astronomers to study galaxies that would otherwise be too far away and too faint to see. It's a literal cosmic coincidence of alignment that gives us a glimpse into the deep past, proving that gravity can be just as much of an artist as it is a fundamental force. When a massive star dies, it doesn't just go quietly into the night. It explodes with energy of billions of suns, leaving behind a glowing radioactive graveyard. One of the strangest and most beautiful of these is Cassiopeia A supernova remnant captured in stunning detail by the Chandra X-ray Observatory in the James Webb Telescope. What makes Cass A so strange is its green monster feature, a loop of green light that puzzled scientists for months. It turns out this is a complex web of gas that was shocked and heated to millions of degrees when the star's outer layers slammed into the surrounding space. But here's the really cool part. Within this debris are all the elements necessary for life. We're talking about calcium for our bones, iron for our blood, and oxygen for our lungs, all being sprayed across the galaxy in a glittering cloud of dust. By studying the guts of this dead star, telescopes are showing us the literal moment our biological building blocks were distributed into the universe. We aren't just looking at a dead star, we're looking at our own origin story written in neon gas. Imagine a planet the size of Jupiter, but instead of being cold and far away, it's orbiting so close to its star that its year only lasts 18 hours. These are hot Jupiters, and when space telescopes like Kepler first found them, scientists thought that they were impossible. These planets are so close to their suns that their atmospheres are literally boiling away, creating long tails of gas like a comet. On some of these worlds, the heat is so intense that it rains molten glass sideways at speeds of 4,000 miles per hour. The strangeness comes from our own solar system's logic. We always assumed giant gas planets had to form in the cold outer regions. The discovery of hot Jupiters forced us to realize that planets can migrate. They can be born far out and then slowly spiral inward, bullying smaller planets out of their way as they go. This means our own solar system, with its nice, stable orbits, might actually be the weird one in a galaxy full of wandering giants and scorched Earth planets. Everything we know about gravity says that the universe should eventually slow down or even collapse back on itself. But in the late 90s, the Hubble Space Telescope helped discover something that turned physics upside down. The universe isn't slowing down, it's speeding up. Something is pushing the galaxies apart faster and faster every second, and we call it dark energy. It's completely invisible, we can't detect it with any instrument, and yet it makes up 68% of everything in existence. It acts like a sort of anti-gravity that fills the vacuum of space itself. As the universe expands and more space is created, there's even more dark energy, which causes it to expand even faster. It's a runaway train that we can't stop. If this continues in trillions of years, every other galaxy will be so far away that the night sky from Earth will be completely black. Space telescopes have shown us that we are living in a cosmic bubble that is stretched to the breaking point by a force that we don't understand. The pillars of creation are perhaps the most famous image ever taken by the Hubble Space Telescope, but their beauty hides a very strange and violent reality. These towering columns of gas and dust are several light years tall, so big that our entire solar system would be a tiny speck at the very bottom. Inside these pillars, gravity is crushing gas together to form brand new stars. But here's the twist. The very stars being born are also destroying their home. The intense radiation and stellar winds from these newborn stars are eroding the pillars from the inside out, carving them into these ghostly shapes. When the James Webb Telescope looked at them recently in infrared, it revealed thousands of sparkling red stars that were previously hidden by the dust. It looks like a serene, static painting, but it's actually a high-speed demolition site. We are watching a race against time where stars are trying to form before the environment that created them is completely evaporated into the void. We like to think of galaxies as peaceful, swirling islands of light, but the reality is much more survival of the fittest. Space telescopes have captured numerous mergers, which is a polite way of saying that large galaxies are eating their smaller neighbors. The Hubble Space Telescope image of the antennae galaxy shows two massive spiral galaxies locked in a deadly embrace. Their shapes twisted and distorted by gravity. Long tails of stars are being flung out into space as their central black holes dance around each other. This galactic cannibalism is actually a vital part of cosmic evolution. It's how small galaxies grow into the giants that we see today. But here's the kicker. Our own Milky Way is a cannibal too. We have already swallowed several smaller dwarf galaxies in the past, and right now we are on a collision course with the Andromeda Galaxy. In about 4 billion years, our two galaxies will merge in a spectacular chaotic event that will completely rearrange our night sky. We aren't just observers of this strange behavior, we are part of it. And there you have it, 10 of the most bizarre, beautiful, and slightly terrifying discoveries ever made by our eyes in the sky. It's a big, weird universe, and I for one am glad that we have a front row seat to the show. What was the strangest discovery for you? Let me know in the comments below. For now, I've been your host, Johnny Rogers, and I'll see you on the next one.